Hello, this is Michael, atheist and alcoholic, attempting 90 meetings in 90 days. Nothing discussed in these videos will ever violate the anonymity of AA. So, the big book, Chapter 4 Two Atheists and Agnostics. To be fair, the author attempts to address the concerns of atheists and agnostics, doesn't do a terrible job. He writes, "We know how he feels. We have shared his honest doubt and prejudice. Some of us have been violently anti religious. We imagined we had abandoned the God idea entirely. We were bothered with the thought that faith and dependence upon a power beyond ourselves was somewhat weak, even cowardly. We looked upon this world of warring individuals, warring theological systems, and inexplicable calamity with deep skepticism. We looked askance at many individuals who claimed to be godly. How could a supreme being have anything to do with it all? And who could comprehend a supreme being anyhow? In other moments, we found ourselves thinking, when enchanted by a starlit night, who then made all this? There was a feeling of awe and wonder, but it was fleeting and soon lost." So, yesterday, I said, I am not willing to say, we don't know, therefore God. And in the same vein, I'm not willing to say, I am awestruck, therefore God. But, okay. After a while, we had to face the fact that we must find a spiritual basis of life, or else. Perhaps it's going to be that way with you. Cheer up. Something like half of us thought we were atheists or agnostics. I read that as a little insulting, but alright. Making the claim that through this program you are going to find a higher power, fair enough. But he goes on to say, our experience shows that you need not be disconcerted. You may be suffering from an illness which only a spiritual experience will conquer. So far, still no real problem. You may be suffering from an illness which only a spiritual experience will conquer. Maybe. Goes on to say, to one who feels he is an atheist or agnostic, such an experience seems impossible. But to continue as he is means disaster, especially if he is an alcoholic of the hopeless variety. To be doomed to an alcoholic death or to live upon a spiritual basis are not always easy alternatives to face. And that is the crux of my issue. To be doomed to an alcoholic death or to live on a spiritual basis. This is a false dichotomy. And it's stating directly that it's either die of alcoholism or live spiritually. And I said in one of the earlier videos that's one of my main problems with AA. I've reconsidered. It is absolutely my main problem with AA. The concept of a higher power and leaning into powerlessness may not work for me. That might not resonate with me, but it does work for other people. So I have no real problem with that for those that it helps. However, to state that it's either die alcoholic or find spirituality isn't just untrue, it's harmful. For those who are begin their recovery journey with AA and are convinced of that, and AA doesn't work for them, if they buy into that, they may not seek out help elsewhere, something else that would work for them. They may die because they couldn't find the spirituality that was never going to work for them. Maybe in the 1930s when he wrote this, that was true. And certainly this would be better than absolutely nothing, but it's not the 1930s anymore. We have a lot of other avenues for recovery. whether it's other recovery programs like Smart Recovery, which I mention all the time, pharmacology, therapy. It's not the 1930s. And this isn't the fucking Bible. This is the big book. I'm reading out of the fourth edition, so it's been revised. There is no reason why they should be asserting that this is the only path. Again, that is harmful. Um, to be fair, in a lot of meetings, they don't. In a lot of meetings, the members will acknowledge that there are many paths to recovery. I still take issue with the fact that this is in the book. Um, Tonight was meeting 15. Topic was on the difficulty in asking for help when you need it. And someone had a great share. I've struggled with this myself, not only asking for help, but even accepting help once it's offered. Much to my detriment, it didn't matter how unreasonable it was. I had to do it on my own. So the gentleman shared that someone had to point out to him. He asked him, when you're helping other people in this program, how does it feel? And he said, well, it feels good. He said, well, you selfish son of a bitch, you are robbing other people from that good feeling when you refuse to let them help you. Good share. And I added to that not only am I robbing those people of that good feeling for the opportunity to help me, but I like being useful to other people. I especially like being useful to those I care about most, my family and friends. And if I refuse to ask for help or to take help that's offered, when it would make me more useful, I'm not only robbing them of the good feeling of helping me, but I'm robbing them of a perhaps slightly better version of myself that I could be if I took the fucking help. So that's all I have for today. Sorry there was so much reading. As I go through, I'll try to truncate things, abbreviate more. That's it. I'll see you guys here again tomorrow. Thank you.